been very, very long and I look very, very tired. Hey guys, how's it going? Mason here for the first time in probably half of a year, which is a little crazy to think about because it's felt like forever, but it really hasn't been that long. I decided first I want to start with like a mini update as to why I have been gone so long and to put it in the shortest terms and words possible. My health is really annoying and it's been a rough past couple of months. So yeah, but here I am. I'm back. If you recall, one of my, I believe, most watched videos, even though I don't get that many views, but it still means a lot to me, is my volume 1 of my crystal collection. Now, since that was at least 6-7 months ago, I have amassed quite the large collection of crystals, and I have a fossil which I cannot find for the life of me, but it exists. But instead of buying a lot of smaller pieces, because I still do have a lot of smaller pieces, I have definitely been focusing on larger pieces, which are also more costly. I might seem a little tired. It's because I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning, and that chronic pain wakes you up at 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. But I wanted to do this yesterday, and yesterday was a busy day for me. So today's the day, and we're going to talk about a whole bunch of crystals. I even wrote out each single one on pieces of paper, and we have 24 to go through. So to make this video as quick as possible, if you want context on certain crystals, like what they're made out of, how they form, etc., just shout me out in the comments below and I'll get back to you ASAP. Because if I talked about every single crystal in a little bit of the detail, we'd be here probably a good hour. And I don't think a lot of people want that. So let's get to it and talk about my babies. So my first piece is a nice biggin, like a really, really biggin. And I gotta actually move some crystals before I can even show this. Duh. I buy from a lot of the same places as I did before. And this is such a beautiful hunk of a not so perfectly clear quartz, which is probably why it was a lot cheaper than I expected it to be, but it is one of my favorite pieces. And the clarity doesn't necessarily mean anything to me other than, I mean, some are more attractive, and it's not necessarily about the price of them, but this is just my huge quartz cluster. And I got this one from, oh shit, what's their name? Connor's Crystal Emporium on Facebook. So I'm going to be linking them down below, as well as any other companies I mention. So if you ever feel like looking through crystals and you want to go where I go, tell them Mason sent you. But next up, I have another piece of quartz because I have about 7 pieces, 9 pieces of quartz to go through. This is a more of a cloudy quartz as well, and I got this from Mineral Goddess Crystals, and she's my boo thing, and we talk every single day. I buy crystals from her mainly for the most part, but this is, I just thought this one was really cute, so it had to be mine. Now this one is like really itty bitty, and I think it's like it's just so, oh, I just like, I want to squeeze it because it's so tiny, this little quartz cluster. And it's like, if you see there, I'm trying to like get the camera to focus. I haven't done this in a long time. It has all these itty bitty babies, like right chilling there. I might have shown this one in my last video. I'm not sure, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch it, but I have this Quartz Tower to show, possibly again. This is also from Mineral Goddess Crystals, as was the last one. And this one has a lot of nice rainbows in it, and I think they're actually showing up, which is really impressive. Yeah, she's pretty clear. A nice, beautiful piece. Okay, This one's fun because my dad recently went down to New Orleans and he was there for a concert, and he went into one of the voodoo shops and he must have felt compelled to buy me a crystal because, I mean, he is my dad and he knows me well. So he just got this itty bitty little quartz point for me in New Orleans, which was really super sweet of him. And it's just special because I got it from someone that means a lot to me. So shout out to my dad. The Lodolite Phantom Chlorite Quartz. Ooh, that's such a mouthful. This one is really cool and I hope it shows up well. I think I might have done this in my last video too, but the lighting today is so much better. So if you look closely, try not to get the, there, right there. There it is. Woo, I can't move my fingers. Right there. That's inclusions of chlorite, which is the green stuff. And it's also a phantom quartz, which is just a great combination. And it has the inclusion of lodolite up here in the corner. And it's really cool lodolite. Like if you were to look at it close up, it's very interesting. It has like a really cool texture. And this is from Mineral Goddess Crystals as well. Oh, my Lemurian quartzes. Okay, I have 2 Lemurian quartzes to show you. And this is my tall and skinny little friend. And I got these from Mineral Goddess Crystals as well. So you can tell they're Lemurian. But this is just a bit of a taller and little skinnier one. And then this one she just gave me for Christmas. I think she gave me this one. And there's that in all its cuteness. Okay. Ooh, a Himalayan quartz. Okay. Himalayan quartzes are really cool in my opinion. And I think this one has natural black carbon infusion. Oh my god, infusions. Inclusions, which I don't know if it'll show up so well, but you see all that dark in there? That is the carbon inclusions I'm pretty sure this one has. Because I had a similar one to this before. This one was another gift, and if you gift me crystals, 10 times out of 10, I'm gonna be like, party, party, party. I feel so awkward today, but whatever. This is just a nice little piece of green fluorite that has a tiny little bit of inclusion of a purple. Nice, it's a good size. I think my friend got this at a place we have here in Pennsylvania I think it's in Berks County. And it's called Crystal Cave, and it's like natural, like crystal cave formations. And she found this, and I guess she was drawn to it and decided to get it for me. And it has nice rainbows, and ooh, it's so pretty. My first piece of lapis. I have been obsessed with lapis ever since I was a little girl. I don't know why, but this is a nice hunk of it. It's a nice little tower. I got this from Connor's Crystal Emporium too. But let me see if I can get it up closer, because it has those nice little gold flashes in there. I'm so sorry it's not focusing and I feel really bad, but the lighting in here is perfect, so you're gonna see them. I got this from Mineral Goddess Crystals as well. And this is a nice little moss agate tower, which its true beauty is not shining through the best when my hand is up front of it. Okay, yeah. She's a beaut. The next one is kind of a crystal in question, because when I bought it from Connor's Crystal Emporium, they weren't entirely sure it was Bloodstone, but they were kind of convinced it was Bloodstone. So we're going to call it Bloodstone. And I usually know better enough to know my crystals, but this one is just really hard to tell. But either way, it's really cool. But it has to have some type of hematite inclusion to give it that nice deep blood red color. Oh, we're up to my lab collection. Oh my gosh, I sound like such a nerd. Okay, I'm a huge avid fan of labradorite and rainbow moonstone, which is also basically labradorite. But anyway, I have 3 major labradorite pieces, and this is my smallest one. And it also, there we go, it also has purple in it, which is a little more rare when it comes to labradorite, and it also makes it a little more expensive. But this one looks just like an oil spill almost, and I think that is literally so cool. This is my medium size piece of lab. This one doesn't have purple, but I'm just obsessed with labradorite freeforms like there's no tomorrow. This one has a really beautiful shine to it, but those shades of the blue, green, and yellow are just really beautiful in this piece. This is my biggest piece of freeform labradorite to date. Sorry, my pain's a little icky. She is absolutely stunning, and I hope she shows up good. There she is. I love this piece like there's no tomorrow. And it's on the back too. Like, ooh, look at that. It's like, yes, girl, work it. But this easily weighs a good 3 pounds. She's about 7 inches tall. And if you look closely, there's a nice bit of orange in there too. That has a beautiful flash / iridescence. And it's just stunning. I've had this piece for a while actually. And I got it from Sage Goddess, and I'm pretty sure this is just a piece of blue lace agate, and it's very simple, but it's a nice little rough piece. My rose quartz obelisk. This is a beaut. This is from Mineral Goddess Crystals as well. She's a good, I would say 8 inches, 9 inches tall, so I kind of have to go back a little bit. It's a nice opaque piece of rose quartz and has a nice little point to it. It's 4-sided, and she apparently cost me $125. I don't want to talk about it. But yes, I love rose quartz too, but I don't have enough pieces of it by far. This is also from Connor's Crystal Emporium, and this is a nice big piece of chevron amethyst, which also has a couple different names as well, but it has some really good examples of how the amethyst and then the chevron amethyst forms with all the angular marks within it. She's nice and opaque, and it's a really cool piece. Oh, this one's really cool too. I say that about them all, but this is from Mineral Goddess Crystals, and there's one thing I'm missing as a descriptor for this specific piece. But as far as I know, it is a golden healer amethyst. So it has something else that makes it have all those little points on it that gives it that nice little glimmer. But I can't entirely remember off the top of my head what it is. But you see that gold in there? That's what makes it a golden healer. This is actually a gift from a friend. His name is Cooper. Hi, Cooper. I know you're watching. He got me this little piece of amethyst as a sphere for Christmas, and I adore it so very much. And it was my first spherical piece, I think. I'm pretty sure. So I always really appreciate when people give me crystals. Next up is a rainbow moonstone sphere. It doesn't have the rainbowy flash, but it has a nice sheen to it somewhere in there. I'm trying to find it. Oh, right there. If you ignore the ring light, you'll see that it has a nice little sheen inside. It's almost like a pearlescence, but I forget what my crystal lady called that. I'm going to do these next two at the same time just because I am at 20 minutes already. So these are my two pendulums, and I don't think I talked about them, but I never showed them. I have a piece of amethyst as a pendulum and a piece of rainbow moonstone that doesn't have a flash. And last but not least, I was making my list and I totally forgot about this little slab right here. I have this cute little slab of lab and it has some flash in it, but it's mainly over here. I wonder, oh, there we go. I see it a little bit, but this is like good for like almost being a charging plate or even just like a little display plate for any of the pieces that I have. And this is from Mineral Goddess Crystals as well. And the moonstone sphere was from Mineral Goddess Crystals. I should have noted that. So that was about it for what I have right now. Everything I could remember and find at least. So I was really excited to share this with my subscribers and anybody else who may stumble upon this video. And I apologize for any like random awkwardness that ensued, because I always feel weird when I haven't made a video for a long time. And when I talk about crystals, I get a little funky. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And hopefully my next video will be sooner rather than later, because life is weird. And I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope you have a great day, regardless of what day you watch this, but have a good one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see ya.